And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. We've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, this place is ready. We'll be right back to get this series started in just a minute. So just about set now. Getting the nod on the mound, Louis Varland. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe two at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
Out in front and foul to the left side. Swings through it for the K. Some high cheese for strike three. Now it's the Mariners DH, Cal Raleigh. There's the strike. One out, base is empty. And that misses. 1-1. And a foul ball. And they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that one is lifted in the air. Varsho settles underneath it, puts it away for the out. 2 up, 2 down. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Now there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
0-2 now. And that's in the dirt.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
It gets down, base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Just off the inside edge.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away. This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boog.
Outside low. The count now 2-2. Now move to first. Rodriguez back in on a dive. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in Game 1 of the ALCS. Squirts away a little bit. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that's just foul. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Back-to-back base hits. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
And Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. Next offering is down low. And the count even 1-1. Just off the outside edge.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. Rodriguez, the lead runner at second. Polanco on at first with 2 down. That one missed. And that'll load the bases.
So close to getting out of it right there, but this inning still has life.
And now it's Josh Naylor. To the right side. Oh, what a stop. From his knees, the throw. And that's a great play for the out. Back now in Toronto. And getting to start, George Kirby.
He's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
George Springer, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And there's a foul ball. And there's a ball.
One strike.
And a 2-1 hammered but foul.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Outside corner, got him looking. Now the left fielder, Nathan Lucas. And that is out of play. Kirby. He's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching coaches and managers as well really appreciate. Not a guy who's going to get himself into trouble by dancing around, by walking guys. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Yeah, he throws strikes, and he's got the command to be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher booth, and throwing the pitch.
One down, base is empty. Swung on, belted. Gone. He dunks it off the foul pole, and it gives him the lead in the first. It's 1-0.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something, but really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at the plate now. That's ball one. And another ball. It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping guys off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today. The emphasis of hitting home runs is so huge. It's never been more important.
Yeah, I think the other part, though, as well, is it goes both ways, because I think that guys at times are more than willing to give up walks because they'll come back and strike the next hitter out. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
The pitch. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 down, base is empty. So up next for Toronto, Addison Barger. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And there's a rocket into the outfield. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. That one's in there. That's strike one. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. And now it's Dalton Varsho. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Gone! He'll touch them all. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add on. It's 4-0.
Well, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Anthony Santander at the plate and takes high there. And another ball.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Inside, and that's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Toss to Naylor. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. Game 1 of the American League Championship Series. Mitch Garver up to hit here. First pitch, and he just misses.
He's already pitching with a 4-0 lead, so we should see him be aggressive. Fill up the strike zone. Don't issue free passes.
Next offering is in for a strike. Headed towards the corner, and that is a foul ball. Here's the swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field, and the leadoff man aboard.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Lifted in the air, out to left. Brings it in. 1 away. Now it's the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down. So the batting order turns over. Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. Clement makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 2nd. And now the shortstop, Andres Jimenez. Kirby back to work. That one the other way. And a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Corrals it, and there's 1 down. Now the number 2 hitter, Nathan Lucas. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball.
Runner on the move, pitching for a strike. Throw, safe. And a good eye there.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Swing and a miss. Kirby gets the strikeout. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Runner at second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. Left field. Arozarena brings it in. That is the inning. And we're back. Stepping in the long ball threat, Cal Raleigh. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
These fans have to feel good right about now. This series not going to be easy, but they have the lead at home in game one. That brings the anxiety down a few notches.
1-1.
That one ripped. The slide, it falls. Could be extra bases. The throw into second. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
He was all over that one. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Now, Julio Rodriguez. And that one fouled off. In there at the knees for a strike.
0-2 is the count.
And that one way outside. And that's ball one. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Man at second. And now the count is even.
Oh, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Caught him looking for the K. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one misses. Ball one. Just missed.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
That one fouled off. 2-2. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. Coming home, the throw in, safe. It's 4-1.
Picks himself up an RBI. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now, and that's in for a strike. On the outside corner for a strike, and the count is 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Ball one.
This one high in the air to left center. Varsho moving under it. Makes the grab. 2 down. New pitcher now for the Jays, Trey Savage. Here's Josh Naylor. 0 for 1 so far. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. And ball one.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Swing and a miss as he was out front. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. This to third. They take the force out. That ends the frame. Back here at Rogers Center, and now the DH, Addison Barger.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
Hot shot to third. Zips it to first. And a quick out, number one. In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. And that's fouled off. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Suarez throw to first in time. And two straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. 2 outs, base is empty. And here is Dalton Varsho. And a foul ball. The 0-1. In the air, left field. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. Back now in Toronto. Start of the fourth. And now the catcher comes up to him. Mitch Garver. Just missed. Next offering is fouled back. To the right side, Springer. On to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. Here's Victor Robles. Fly to left his first time. Swings through that one for strike one. The Blue Jays leading by 3 here in game 1 of the ALCS. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Lucas sizes this one up. Hauls it in for the out. 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. And the batter will be the shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And it skips in the dirt. Rips that one center field. And base hit. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order. Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's Randy Arozarena. There's the strike. Crawford off of first with 2 away. Foul ball there.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Swing and a ground ball. On to Jimenez. That's the 3rd out. Ready to go, bottom 4. Now it's going to be Anthony Santander. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Well, these Blue Jays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boo. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Struck him out looking. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. He's 0 for 1. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Strike three, and that's two in a row. Here's Andres Jimenez, and he's already singled in this game. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. The shortstop takes the ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Game one of the American League Championship Series. And now the big-time power threat, Cal Raleigh. Savage back to work. And that one is in for a strike at 95. And it's 0-1.
Well, these Mariners looking to string together better at-bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. Runners left on base really comes down to timing. Can you put together your best at-bats in the most important moments? That's a difference maker. They've stranded a lot of runners on base in this game.
And that one is in the dirt. Now 1-2. Curve in the dirt.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Varsho makes the grab, one down. And the batter now, Julio Rodriguez. 1 for 2. Right through there for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
The M's trailing by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th. Fights it off, he'll see another. Ball one there.
2 strikes.
And the next pitch is way outside. And that's outside. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. Man at first. Jorge Polanco will hit next.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Runner on the go. There's the ball.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Runner goes again. The 1-1 is fouled off. Rodriguez over at first with one away. Off the mark there. And that's ball 2. Runner goes again. Got him swinging. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Here's some real power at the plate. Eugenio Suarez. And that misses off the outside edge.
Outside, that's a ball.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
2-1. Ball, that's out.
Runner at second, 2 down.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with the middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Two outs. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Clement makes the play, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, George Springer. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike. Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. He's already homered here in this one. Just missed. That's in there, and 1-1. There's a swing and a drive. Going back. Bounces off the wall as he makes the grab. 2 outs, base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
Outside low. Now 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. And it hits the fence. And he's in at second with a 2-out double. So runner at second, 2 down. Now it's the DH, Addison Barger. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
And he grounds one to the right side. To first, and that ends the inning. And we're back. All set for the top of the 6th. Leading off, Josh Naylor. First pitch misses. Naylor measures 5 feet 10 inches, 27 years old, and he was born in Canada. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Lucas makes the grab, 1 away. Mitch Garver digs in now. That is upstairs for ball 1. The Jays leading by 3 here in game 1 of the ALCS. That's in there, and that is strike 1. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right. 1-2 now. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On the ground. Tosses to first, and there's 2 down. And now it's Victor Robles up to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Inside, just missed.
One bright spot for the visitors is the fact that their opponent has already eaten into the bullpen. They can still change the course of the entire series even if they lose game 1.
Next offering is down low.
2-2 down.
And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there. So out of the bullpen for the Mariners, Matt Brash. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. And that misses. Ball 1. There's a strike.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Next offering is downstairs.
Just doesn't seem to want to throw him a fastball.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted in first base with a quick free pass.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And delivers outside. Next pitch is outside. Kirk aboard here at first with nobody out. That one ripped right center field. See you later. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 6-1.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Anthony Santander at the plate. He has struck out, and he has walked. And that one missing inside a sharp slider.
Well, these Jays doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The numbers say their chase rate, or swings at pitches outside the zone, is under 25%, and I think that's a big reason why they're scoring runs.
Swings through that one.
By not chasing out of the zone, they're getting good pitches to hit. When you can do that, you have a much better chance to square up the baseball and do damage like they have so far.
Garver on to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. And a swing and a line drive at a right field, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Jimenez lays off down low as he digs in for the third time. On the ground left side, 6. Slings to first in time. Here's George Springer, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That one ripped left field. And it hits the fence. Runner from second scores as they add on.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Loud contact leads to the double.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Caleb Ferguson.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Lucas in the box now. No balls and a strike. And that's in the dirt. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Next pitch is downstairs. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Rodriguez pulls that one down, and that'll do it. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Yariel Rodriguez.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
And there's one away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
And now for Seattle, Randy Arozarena, 0 for 3 in this one. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. And now Cal Raleigh, 1 for 3. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Arozarena on his way to third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And now, Julio Rodriguez. Ball 1, no strikes. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. 2 on, 1 out. That one finds the zone, and the count even at 1. Next offering is fouled back. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. On the ground to the left, and foul ball.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at bat alone. Really making him work out there.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Polanco, the next to hit, takes ball 1. That's a little bit low.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Two on, 2 outs. Fouls one off. 2-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Luke Jackson.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep this score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Guerrero in the box now as he leaves that one up high. And that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
At the plate, Addison Barger. That one's upstairs, ball 1. That's too low, and it's 2-1. The Blue Jays up big in this one here in the late stages of game 1. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
All over that one right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Now here is Alejandro Kirk, and it's through for a hit. Vladdy coming around third. 1 run is in. Robles quickly throws it in, and they throw on the brakes at third with no intention of testing the strong arm in right. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. First offering, and it just misses. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here at the bottom of the 7th.
1-0
Now a pop-up on the infield. And there's one away. So digging in, Anthony Santander. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. And that one upstairs, ball one.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. It's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
That's down and in.
No strike.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Suarez hauls it in, 2 away. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Arozarena. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tommy Nance.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Now the 3rd baseman, Eugenio Suarez. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Next pitch off the plate, and that's ball 1. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Josh Naylor, the next to hit.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. And another ball. The Mariners with a lot of ground to make up here in game 1 of the ALCS. That one fouled off. And that's outside. And the count is 3-1. To 3rd, Clement. Throws to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. 2 down, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Mitch Garver. Just off the inside edge. Outside low, ball 2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
2-1.
And that one's a little bit low. And now 3-1. There's the strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing play.
Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Victor Robles now at the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. And first offering is fouled off. Garver leads off first with 2 down to the inning. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. That one missed. And that's in for a strike. And the count is even, 2-2.
2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Gabe Spire. And now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. And the slider just misses. Next offering is fouled back. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. That's inside. And the count now even up. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Springer swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing beatings. So up next for Toronto, Nathan Lucas. He swings and fouls one off. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. That's off the inside corner, and a count 1-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in a 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Squeezes it, and that will end the inning. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Justin Brule. Stepping in, J.P. Crawford. Ground ball up the middle, and that one finds its way through. And a good start to the inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And the batter now, Randy Arozarena. 1 at second. And it's a double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Raleigh stands in now, looks at that one inside. Swing and a foul out of play. Swing and a miss, and the count 1-2.
2 strikes.
Brule 1 strike away from securing game 1. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
He made it look easy, but I can tell you that was not a favorable matchup.